Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you are watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, Miguna Miguna is a man who has always supported William Ruto and the Kenya Kwanza government. And when the burial service was taking place in Mount Kenya of the late Mkamiki month, Miguna was checking closely on how people were reacting on the speeches of Raila Odinga, how people are receiving Raila Odinga in Mount Kenya region, vis-a-vis when Gachagua speaks to the people, when Ruto was also speaking to the people. And Miguna, after listening carefully, he is reporting yesterday to Kenyans that Ruto and Gachagua and the Kenya Kwanza government have finally lost confidence and support of majority of Kenyans. That's number one. No Kenyan is supporting them. No more confidence. Number two, Miguna also reported that Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta are managing to foment a popular rebellion of the people, and Kenya Kwanza Ruto Gachagua will ultimately be voted out of power soon. That was a warning Miguna was giving to Kenya Kwanza government. Miguna will always use a language that will be seen as his demeaning Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta. We understand that. So even in his tweet, he will always try to bring that kind of demeanor, but you understand that this message is not even directed to Raila. This message is not being directed to Uhuru. This message is just directed right straight to the doorstep of William Samoei Ruto and Gachagua. So he will do all those, but you will, if you are keen in reading his tweet, you will understand this warning is heading to so and so. So I want us to go through the tweet, and we will focus mainly on the positive side, because our interest is in the real message that Miguna is delivering to William Samoei Ruto. I'm telling you, mambo imeharibika. This is what Miguna is telling Kenya Kwanza government. Overtaxing the already overtaxed Kenyans without corresponding delivery of services would stifle growth, industry, innovation, and transformation. This is because everyone is saying that there is too much overtaxing, everything is expensive, we cannot afford life in this country. If Kenya Kwanza administration takes this free advice and then act promptly, they will regain the confidence and the support of the majority of Kenyans and weather all the storm ahead. Yeah. If Kenya Kwanza ignore the free advice, Raila Odinga, Uhuru Kenyatta will manage to ferment the popular rebellion of the people, and the Kenyan Kwanza will ultimately be voted out of power in 2027. Mark my words. He is even telling them to mark his words. But again, Miguna did not stop from there. He continued to give his advice. To deliver on pre-election promise requires a government to, number one, be honest. One will ask, is this government honest? The answer is no. That's why Miguna is warning them, be honest. The only person who has tried to be honest is Musalia Mudavadi. When it comes to talking about the issue of economy, Mudavadi will try to say the truth, that we will have to suffer for quite some long time. We will need more time for us to get to somewhere. Gachagua will say like as if it is it's an instant coffee. But again, at the end of the day, wanaanguka. Wanasema ni kama tu maisha yanabadilika kesho, yet we know it will take a long time. Number two, candid. Are they candid they are talking? They are not. Number three, transparency. Can you see transparency in Kenya Kwanza? They want to tax Kenyans, those civil servants. They are putting levy on housing. House levy. Then they tell Kenyans, this house levy is your money. If you don't want house, you will reclaim this money. They're not telling them, for those who are going to retire in 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, how will they get this money? Or how are they going to benefit? Because for you to get this house they want to sell, my friend, you might have to work for 40 years or 50. It's like the rest of your life being taxed to get this. They are not transparent on that issue of house levy. There's no way you will get this money back. They're lying to Kenyans. Miguna is telling them to be transparent. Number 3, respectful. Is Kenya Kwanza respectful? The answer will be no. Look at Gachagua. Gachagua is so much arrogant when he's addressing Kenyans. He comes in and tells people we are running a company, so we have shareholders. But Raila Odinga, people like Mwangi Wairia, have been managed to remove Kenyans from Gachagua and William Ruto because they are explaining to Kenyans that settlement of shareholders to make it clear that the common wananchi, people we refer to as Wanjiku, are not part of the shareholders. Shareholders are those who have got appointment in William Ruto's government. Those who don't have appointment are a part of the people who don't have shares. So Kenyans got to know the truth about this. Your arrogance ya Gachagua, it has costed them. Gachagua akiaddress media, nyinyi watu wa media, hamuku nitakia hata nipate kitu, hamuku taka hata nikue kitu, leo hii mimi ni deputy and many other things. Arrogance. Responsive. Is Kenya Kwanza responsive? The answer is no. How? Kama huko responsive, kwa nini una spend budget ya 1 year in 6 months time? Ile ya Gachagua, ile ya Ruto. Wanaitisha supplementary budget to run for another 6 months. They are not responsive. Number 5, discipline. Is these people disciplined? The answer is no. They are not disciplined. Look at when they are addressing people. Look on how their speeches. Focus. Are they focused? The answer will be no. They are not focused. If they are focused today, they will understand what Kenyans need. And lastly, accountable. If anyone asks you, do you see any accountability in Kenya Kwanza government? My friend, there is none in my view. These people are not accountable. If they are accountable, then they will be delivering what they promised to Kenyans. They had that meeting they were referring to as the block meetings for specific counties, specific regions. A lot of promises from farmers to the small, medium enterprise, to boda and hustler. My friend, these people are not accountable to what they promised Kenyans. They're not accountable to the taxes they are collecting in this country. Then the people will understand and forgive any shortcoming. If not, prepare to be humiliated by the people. And lastly, this is what Miguna Miguna is saying. The same people who voted for you overwhelmingly are the same ones who will spit at you, stone and vote against you if they perceive or believe that you have betrayed them. Hii anaambia Ruto, Gachagua na Mudavadi. If in doubt, remember that Kibaki won the 2022 election by 68%, lost the 2005 referendum and the 2007 general election. The same lesson Raila Odinga learned in 2022 after betraying the people in 2018. Na anasema Raila alijaribu kupoteza umaarufu kwa sababu ya kwenda kufanya kazi na Ruto na Uhuru through the handshake. So people were feeling that Ababa ametukimbia, ameenda kaa na wale watu wenye tuliona wanatusumbua sisi. So he has brought in the issue of Kibaki. It is making sense up to that level. Kibaki lost. And imagine when Kibaki was losing, he was the most competent person who worked on the issue of economy. Above all, he lost. Now, tuko na mtu ambao wa Kenya wamefaulu kumuita Zakayo kwa sababu ya ile uwezo wake wa kutaka kuweka ushuru mwingi kwa Wakenya ambao wanafinyika. Huyo ndio kwa office. Display of arrogance, not being truthful, not being accountable, so many things. So what happened at Mukami burial, the reaction from the people, the love they have shown to Raila Odinga and the Azimio side, Miguna Miguna was reading careful, and now he was giving a warning to William Samoei Ruto. So this is a confirmation that Kenyans are not with William Ruto. There's a danger, and Miguna has delivered a coded message to William Samoei Ruto. It is either for him to take an action, but again, with all this, it is also good time for Kenya Kwanza to see what is in Miguna Miguna's message. Use it careful. If Raila and Uhuru have been managing to ferment the reaction and emotions of Kenyans so that they can win that popular rebellion against this government, so be it, and let them use it nicely. I don't know your views, but let us meet in the comment section for continuation of this conversation. Thank you, and see you in our next video.